I grew up my whole life watching TV shows and movies with nerdy and weird characters, and never did I see myself as one of them. Courage the Cowardly Dog, Hamilton from the Soul Buddies, Mona the Vampire, Edward Scissorhands, Willy Wonka, Jack Sparrow. Hey, I'm Jay, and welcome to VEDA Day 2. Today we're diving into the art of being misunderstood. I'm a relatively quiet person, okay? I like to observe my surroundings before I can choose which character to unleash. Joel, Elisa, Y'alls, but please, Jay. Anyway, I observe my surroundings before I decide if I want to stay in observant mode, you know what I'm saying, chill, or if I want to wild out. No, let Jay out. And that decision is always influenced by how I am perceived or how I feel I am perceived. Yeah, so kids stare at me in town when I decide that I want a big silver heart on the tip of my nose for Valentine's. And sure, sometimes I like to dress in a way that makes people go, what is that? Why am I attracted to it? That always influences how I behave and how I present myself that day. And that usually surprises people because she's usually quiet, isn't she? When Parasite director Bong Joon-ho accepted the Oscar for Best Picture in 2020, he said,
서브타이틀의 장벽도 아니죠. 한 1인치 정도 되는 그 장벽을 뛰어넘으면 여러분들이 훨씬 더 많은 영화를 즐길 수 있습니다.
Once you overcome the 1-inch tall barrier of subtitles, you will be introduced to so many more amazing films.
I mean, sure, he was talking about different languages and films, but I'm making it a misunderstood thing. You misunderstood on purpose because you're closed-minded. On top of being quiet, I like to think that I have selective perception. What I mean by that is I try by all means in here and in here to understand your point of view. I don't think that's what she meant by saying I should lose a few kilos. I just think she probably really cares about my health and well-being. You know what I'm saying? Perceptive. So it sometimes frustrates me when that same courtesy is not extended. You know what I mean? So it's cool for you to crash out. But I'm not serious when I want to bleach my undercut so I can look like Mr. Fantastic because I've been stretched out lately. Tisk, tisk. My friend Tina. Tina is a very brilliant and passionate young woman. But sometimes Tina's passion is sometimes misunderstood for aggression. Yeah, when Tina tells you something, she tells you something. When she feels like justice is not being served, justice is not being served in here. Passionate. What do the townspeople do? With their pitchforks and torchlights? Call her aggressive. Call her an angry black. Are they hearing the words coming out of her mouth? Can you hear the lotto numbers that this girl is spouting? No, you do not. Because you misunderstand. That's how I walk around every day feeling like, you know what I'm saying, you don't understand. You don't get it. But that's just me. What about you? Have you ever felt misunderstood because of your passion or your personality? Share your stories in the comments. Okay, let's all relate. Let's have a conversation about it. And then come back tomorrow and we'll talk about something else for VEDA Day 3. Bye-bye, my darlings.